Delivery. Very nice. Thank you so much, baby. Hello and welcome to my channel. Today's video I would like to dedicate to something old and something new from Guerlain. And today we're going to be talking about Blanc de la Perle foundation, and I'm going to be showing you the review of this nude glow powder, also from Guerlain. And if you're interested to see how did that go, then carry on watching. So here in the box it says that it is Blanc de la Perle Essence Infused Brightening Foundation, Moisture Retention Skin Refiner, SPF 25 PA+++. This foundation has 30 milliliters or 1 fluid ounces of product. It is made in France and it has 9 months shelf life. I have it in the shade 02, which is bright beige clear, and this foundation comes in 4 shades only. It retails for $46.50 and they suggest to apply it with the brush or with your sponge. However, the instruction does say that it is good to apply with your fingertips, which is something that I normally not do. And let's have a look at the actual package. So the packaging is very retro, and all of the packaging from Guerlain looks like this, but it used to look like that, and that brings back memories. Happy days for sure. The packaging is made out of glass and it has a pump, which is nice. There's no scent to this foundation as such. Let me just give you a little sample of, let me just squeeze it here. So this is Blanc de la Perle. And I'm going to get a little bit of a Clé de Peau, which is technically should be the same shade, but they are not the same. So these are the products that meant to be the same color grading, but you probably can see that they are not quite that. And that's about that regarding this foundation. And let's move on to this beautiful powder. This powder contains 10 grams or 0.3 ounces of product. It is made in France. The name of the shade is Universal. It has 12 months suggested shelf life. It is made in France and contains 10 grams of product or 0.3 ounces. This is what the inside looks like. And the aroma, the scent that this powder is giving me is just, I absolutely am obsessed with. I hope that there's a perfume that Guerlain has up for sale that has this scent. I just can't stop smelling it, which is weird. This is going to be a couple of days of wear test of these two products. I have been wearing this foundation before, and it's just due to the fact that there's so much going on in the world. I really did not feel the drive to sit and record anything, and I hope everyone is healthy, and please look after yourself and your loved ones. Anyway, going back to the makeup, because that's what we're here for. So yes, I have been wearing this for several days and I have a clear picture of what it is I am dealing with. And now that the informational part is out of the way, let's just begin applying the makeup. Once again, this is what the foundation bottle looks like. It is very classic Guerlain foundations. This is what they used to look like. It is made out of glass and it has a pump. I have been using this foundation for a couple of days now, so we can all see clear picture what's going on. On the Guerlain's website they have a suggestion to use your sponge or the brush, and I always use the same two methods to try my new foundations, and today is going to be no exception. So we're going to be doing both. In order to keep up with the Guerlain theme, I'm going to be using this base from Guerlain Meteorites. I love this makeup base. And for under my eye zone, I'm going to be using, as usual, this Chanel Hydro Gel, whilst my makeup base is soaking into my skin, let's go into the instruction and see what they are promising. It says here that it is a Blanc de la Perle Brightening Essence Foundation Moisture Retention Skin Refiner SPF 25 PAA. A complexion glowing with the luminous perfection of pearls. Rare and precious pearls are fascinating gems. Pure and flawlessly white, they shimmer in a deep inner radiance. A miracle of nature, pearls create themselves layer after layer to become perfect. Guerlain has created the first brightening foundation infused with the Blanc de la Perle Skin Refining Essence for an immaculate, luminous, soft, even pure, radiant, pearl-like complexion every day. Wowzer! I definitely want me a little bit of that. Consisting of a combination of fine powders with pigments interact with lights in an extraordinary way while creating a soft focus effect that blurs imperfections, smooths and evens out the texture of the skin. Soft effect on the skin, softly illuminating the complexion like white light. Ooh, SPF 25, long lasting. Apply on the face and neck with fingertips. Okay, fingertips are out for sure, and on the website it says that we can apply this with the brush or sponge, and this is exactly what we're going to do. Let's just get on with it. I am itching to put some makeup on my face. Once again, I am give it a good shake. My skin is not in its best condition, but it is what it is. So this is one pump. Oh, it looks like a cake decoration or something. Bum, bum, bum. It wasn't planned, I swear. Okay, so as you can see, this is very thick, creamy substance, and it looks a little bit wrong color to begin with. It looks a little more beige than I would like to. However, because I have been using this foundation for a minute, I can tell you this much, that I am not put off or scared of this particular look just yet. And I will explain to you why in a second. So this side is going to be brush. I'm just going to, oops, I think I went into my eyebrows. Okay. There, so this is the result with one pump and the artiste brush. Okay, then let's just see if one pump will be enough to cover my side of the face with the sponge. So there is one, there's my sponge. I'm just gonna dot it on the side and bounce. By the way, I do keep my under eye area foundation free normally, because layering anything for under my eyes in winter time is a bad idea. So this is the result of application with the sponge, and because I believe that sponge is soaking up some product, I think I'm going to use a little more foundation on the side. I want to achieve the even coverage. Okay. So this is the result of the application on this side with the sponge. I did put one and a tad bit more pumps out on my face, and this is perfect. I think it is perfect for me. Coverage is ideal. I would say this is medium, strong medium, but it doesn't look cakey. It feels like you're wearing nothing. No scent to this foundation as such, and I really like how creamy it feels. It doesn't feel heavy. So before I'm going to carry on with the rest of my makeup application, I'm going to let the foundation sit on my skin and marry my skin, shall we say. And we're going to move on gradually to the second contender, which is this Terracotta Nude Glowing. It has a little curly whirly sign, the typical logo, and this is what the actual powder looks like. I will provide you with the swatch. Oh, that smells so good. I think with this crazy studio light, it doesn't really give away the true nature of this beautiful, beautiful product. I love the scent. So here's the clean tissue. I'm going to do the usual. I'm just gonna put it on my face, apply, press, release. The tissue is absolutely clean, and that is a clear indication that I am ready for the rest of the application of my makeup. Once again, this foundation feels like nothing on my skin. It's not drying, and it definitely did hide all of the imperfection of my face. I did have a couple of unwanted guests. For today's contouring, I'm going to be using this palette from Marc Jacobs. I love it very much. This is what it looks like. I'm just gonna get a little bit of this darker shade and circular motions apply. And now I think it's time for us to apply this beautiful bronzer. For today's bronzer application, I'm going to be using my bronzer brush from Tom Ford. I'm just going to give it a little swirl and apply. For today's concealer, I'm going to be using this concealer from Pat McGrath. I love this concealer. It is very thick, but if you are using your sponge, then I would suggest for you to put a little more. Unless you prefer using your brush, then you probably need to apply a little less. So I'm just gonna brighten up my under eye area. And the best thing about this concealer from Pat McGrath, that for me personally, it does not have to be set with a powder. Let's just use a little more of this beautiful powder. There. Okay, for today's blush, I'm going to be using this one from Bobbi Brown. It's going to be a desert pink blush. I love it. It is universal. I can use it summertime, wintertime, you name it, anytime is a good time. Okay, just dab, 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 dab. Okay. Now that you saw me applying this contour palette from Marc Jacobs, I did use this beautiful powder from Guerlain, and you saw me applying this blush. And the results speak for themselves. I absolutely loved how layering process is happening. It's just beautiful. So the next thing to do is I'm going to disappear. I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup, and then I'm going to come back to you and I'm going to share with you the thoughts about both of these products. So we'll see you in a second. So this is the end result for today, and this is the result of how this foundation looks like on my face. I have been wearing it for several days due to the fact that there's so much going on in the world. I really didn't have the strength to film anything, but here I am. So going back to the foundation, first of all, I absolutely am loving it. I think it works very well with other makeup bases. I have been using my Guerlain today, but normally I do use my Embryolaise, and it worked in both instances. It is very thick. However, it is very light. It does not appear to be falling in my wrinkles. It does not grab hold of my dry spots, which I do have quite a few. I also have a bit of a moment of the month going, and it did cover all of my imperfection very easily. It looks very light outside. It does not look like I'm wearing too much makeup. There is something that I have been using for quite some time from Blanc de la Perle, and I'm talking about this sunscreen protector from Guerlain once again. It gives me the protection of 50+ PA. This product is fantastic when it comes to applying it for under your makeup. I tend to stay away from the sun and not expose myself as much. That's not gonna do it, so you do need to have a protection, and this product is the only thing for now that I found that actually works and makes the application experience still a good one, rather than slip sliding it, kind of crumbling it and making it difficult for application. I'm gonna say something that sounds a little bit odd, but this is how I feel. It is my opinion, conspiracy allegedly only, here on my channel. I believe that there's something in this foundation that kind of like mimics your skin color, and it just goes with the flow, because when I first applied it, you saw how beige it was. And one of the great thing about it, more the day goes on, the better your makeup looks like. And this is definitely one of those. I haven't come up with these foundations for a long time, because sometimes it either looks good and right from the beginning and stays that way, or number two is you know, looks good for the first 5 minutes and then it goes south. And this one is a very unusual category, which is improving as the day goes on. To sum up, this foundation does not emphasize my pores, it does not grab hold of my dry patches, it does not drying me out, it's not feeling like there's a mask on my face. It gives me a very good medium coverage without looking heavy or cakey, and it is blending with my skin. It's mirroring the color of my skin at the moment, and it just works. I don't know how, because in the box it looks rather beige, I would say. And this is the foundation I did the review recently, and it was my perfect match too. And look at the difference in the shade. I hope you can see it. I hope it's not in my head, but I believe that there is a difference between these two. However, this one did a fantastic job. Would recommend it. Please try it. Unfortunately, it only comes in 4 shades, but I think the word blank kind of narrows it down, and I have no idea why this is the case, but that's how we are. Moving on, product number 2 is this beautiful nude glow powder from Guerlain. I loved using this powder. It gives me this healthy, glowing look, and the scent is just, this just could be a perfume alone for me. Oh, it smells so good. I love it. It is very durable. I have been wearing it for several days. Yesterday I wore no makeup, I'm not gonna lie. Caroline knows that. I did tell her, oh my gosh, I look like a shipwreck. But those couple of days that I have been trying this, I loved it. And what I like about it, that it is not disappearing on me, it stays on. And if you're not feeling like wearing a blush on that particular day, this will be a perfect just to go without blush if you apply it a little more heavy on the apples of your cheeks. I do have a blush today, but this is just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Love it, very impressed. Thank you so much, girl. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Please don't forget to let me know in the comments down below what you think about this review. Please subscribe, that will be greatly appreciated. Join me on my Instagram, and due to the fact that it is a very difficult time for all of us at the moment, one thing I would like to say is, if you want to change the world, start with yourself. Don't go out, don't expose yourself to sick people, and if you are sick, just stay home. So I'll see you in my next one, but for now, it's bye-bye.
Yeah. You look so beautiful.
Thank you.
I wish I would be beautiful like you.